Okay, so I'll go into spoilers a little bit later into this episode, but first I'll just talk about some minor spoilery things or just overall how I like this episode. And I have to say, if you're watching this video right now, you know what happens at the end of the last episode. If you don't know, go watch that now. For everybody else, Jake's body dropped, and it made it seem like this episode was going to have a high body count, be really suspenseful. The killer is in the school. The school's in lockdown. But a spoiler alert here, but it's one that kind of maybe saves you time. No one dies in this episode. There's no real attacks that we know of. There might have been one, but we're not entirely sure. And that was really disappointing because the series has been dragging for a bit now. Through these last couple episodes, we've only had one kill since Jake, and it was of some irrelevant side character. Gruesome it was, but again, a relevant side character. Audrey's thing with the killer becomes just doesn't really get developed this episode. She's her overall suspicion, how far she's willing to go for things, is more amplified and stuff, and she continues to lie to her friends again and again. And we're just really wondering what type of person Audrey is. We'll know later in the season, and I'm really looking forward to that. But until then, this episode was kind of boring on that department. Brooke deals with Jake's death in this episode is probably one of the best parts of the episode, because you get to see her going through the grieving process and dealing with shock and despair and such. And it's definitely one of the better parts of the episode, and it's really sad, and it does kind of add to Brooke's character, and it's something that they've needed to do for a while. They should have revealed Jake's death a while back, but I'm really disappointed that no one died in this episode. It might seem cruel, but it's the Scream TV series. We've had one major character death, kill someone off. You added so many unlikable characters, but now some of them are more likable, and I do give you credit. But you have to kill someone off to keep interest going, because it's not... You added 3 more episodes this season than last season. Kill someone off, keep us interested and engaged. You can't just keep cock-teasing the audience the entire time. We've had only one major character death. We need more. To really get things moving along. But other than that, besides major spoilers, like I said, not a hell of a lot happens in this episode. The sheriff gets some good development here and there, but some of it seems regressive to how his character had been presented for. Before, he was a really big dick in this episode at times. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you didn't. And I didn't really like that overall, to be honest. Other than that, before I can talk into spoilers, besides spoilers, just this episode was pretty filler-esque. There's some important things happening. There's good developments there and there. You should probably watch it, but if you just watch a synopsis for it, you're not really missing anything exciting. It was kind of boring, disappointingly. And now I'm about to go into spoilers for the important stuff that happened in this episode. So if you haven't watched this episode yet, stop the video and go watch the episode, and please come back, because that'll give me another view. But if not, then I hope you enjoyed the episode. Now, as for spoilers, 3, 2, 1. Finally, no one knows that Audrey is somehow associated with everything that's going on. Finally, he knows that, and then it makes it seem like the next episode that's going to come to a head, but they'll probably drag that out for a couple more episodes. But just the way he just finally knows, and the way he's suspicious enough of his friend, things come to head. He steals her phone. He betrayed her, but because he was suspicious enough, Audrey slipped up with how much she was doing that. And that's going to be a good development for Audrey's story and Noah's story. I did like how Zoe put how Noah is so invested in everything. It's kind of a coping mechanism. I like that. Emma seemingly had a breakdown, or maybe she was attacked by the killer. Maybe she checked her phone. We might know, but we didn't get to know that. the sheriff sticks his hand into every pot. He bans Emma's mom from the case. He gets Kieran to rat out on Emma, and that's going to put a strain on their relationship while Kieran's cousin comes in to get close to Emma. That's really annoying because I don't really like that relationship because he's not really a likable character for the most part. Make him a little bit more likable and maybe I'll care. Like I said, I don't really care about their emotional drama or teen drama in this series. They do an okay job sometimes. Sometimes they do a good job. But a lot of times it just falls flat on its ass. Not a lot of other major developments other than like that one thing. Audrey has a collision with the sheriff's son, and we're actually made to feel bad for him. And something probably happened to his mother that we haven't seen yet, so we'll probably get more development for him. And what he does probably is a coping mechanism, but we'll have to see. There's not, like I said, not a lot else in this episode. Brooke's final scream underneath the water at the end was a perfect way to cap the episode and made me a little bit more positive near the end. But this overall, for the concept they had going and how much they seemed to hype it from last week, this episode is really disappointing, and I hope they picks up back again, because I was really enjoying the first 3 episodes, and then these last 2 have just been dragging their feet, and they need to get going again. Kill off a character. Kill off a major-ish character. Your scream. Do it. You have to keep us interested. And other than that, nothing to say, but maybe subscribe to my channel, like this video, maybe dislike this video if you want. And other than that, later.